Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor, and I want to talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk just became the richest man on the planet. Elon Musk, who is the founder and CEO of Tesla Inc. It was just announced that Elon is now officially the richest man on the planet. This was just announced by the BBC as well as all the media outlets. Right now, Elon Musk is the richest person on Earth. His net worth just crossed $185 billion. So Elon Musk, congratulations to Elon and his family. I think that's really, really cool. A lot of this is driven by the rise in the Tesla stock price. A lot of you have invested in Tesla. You've been invested for quite a while. Give me a yes or no in the chat if you've invested in Tesla stock. I have. Alicia and I made a decent amount of money from Tesla, but I'll also confess that we sold some of our Tesla because we found some other investments that were better, actually, believe it or not. But this year's been good. I mean, making money in the stock market has been like shooting fish in a barrel. It's been the easiest thing in the world. Those of you who haven't participated, I understand if you can't participate. But if you could have participated and you chose not to, or you let fear kind of keep you still, I encourage you to reconsider that position, because I don't think that's a winning strategy for you and your family. But let's talk about Elon Musk. Let's talk about this wealth thing. And I'm not just going to talk about Elon Musk. I'm really here to talk about you. So Elon Musk is the starting point of this discussion, because I think that Elon Musk's journey to all this wealth is a learning point for all of us as Black people. If you could, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. And also, you can follow the Black Financial Channel on Instagram. Also, you probably should. Right now, some of you are watching from the Instagram channel, and that's a great place to be. So here are my thoughts about Elon Musk and the fact that Elon is now the richest man on the planet. The first thought that came to mind that really blew my mind is that, well, first of all, I'll talk personally. From a personal standpoint, I think that's awesome. I like Elon. As far as white guys go, he's pretty cool. You know, you got to love any billionaire who wants to go to Mars. Like, I just think that's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, a lot of billionaires want to take their money and buy Bentleys and mansions and go on vacation every single day. But Elon has a noteworthy objective, and he's investing in that. And I think that's beautiful. I hope that he has a solid estate plan to ensure that once his life is over, that his mission will continue, that somebody else can take that 185 billion and the other, $1 trillion economic power from Tesla and his other interests and really pursue that mission, because I think that's a worthy objective. I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, that's my first thought from a personal standpoint. Now, the second thought I have when it comes to Elon Musk is you should pay attention to this. Pay attention. Elon Musk didn't just become the richest man on the planet in a regular year. Elon Musk became the richest man on earth during a pandemic, in the middle of a pandemic. And the other interesting thing about this is that Elon Musk didn't just gain $100 billion with a B in net worth during a pandemic. He was very outspoken at the very beginning of the pandemic. I paid attention because he was criticized much more so than even myself, because he's more well known around the world. But he was criticized for the same reason I was. If you saw his early tweets when the pandemic began, he said that the panic over this virus is stupid. He said it's stupid. Now, I didn't say stupid, but I said, I think most of us are gonna be okay. And I don't think we should live life as if we're all going to die. I think that we should live life as if we have to be careful, live life as if there are things to be concerned about. But keep moving, keep living, keep doing your thing, keep building, because that's what great people do. And so when I saw Elon's tweet, I actually hit the like button. I said, good. I'm glad that you're trying to provide some balance here, because we live in a world full of sheep. So I need to talk for a second to all the non-sheep in the building. All the sheep, please leave the room. Everybody who just believes whatever you see on media, please get out right now. Everybody who can't think for themselves, you should probably go. If you're non-sheep, all the non-sheep, say yes in the chat if you are a non-sheep. It doesn't mean that you can't believe certain things. I'm not saying you have to agree with me. Just give me a yes if you are at least trying to be a free thinker, trying to be a non-sheep, trying to verify things for yourself. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Thank you. So the reason I make that distinction is because Elon Musk couldn't have become this wealthy if he were a sheep. There's no way you can make that kind of money or have that kind of power and success if you're following the crowd. People who build wealth, and I'm not just talking about people who have $185 billion in net worth. I'm talking about people who are worth $185,000 or $1.8 million. People like that don't tend to do what everybody else does. And that's why they get things that everybody else doesn't get. Because if they did what everybody else did, they would be where everybody else is at. And so the thing is that I think it's important to notice that when the pandemic began, two people, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, were heavily criticized because they didn't panic and freak out and stop everything like everybody else, like they were telling you to do. They didn't just shut it all down and say, oh, Lord Jesus, let me go sit in the house and hide under my bed because I'm scared I'm going to die. No, they said, you know what? Let's keep our people safe. Let's invest in sanitizer and sanitize down our factories and make sure we're safe and keep this thing moving because people need their jobs. And we out here, we about to go out here and win a battle. We're going to war. Okay. And the thing is that I personally, that, you know, this is my bias here. I respect that because people who have that soldier warrior mentality, this is why a lot of soldiers follow me. Shout out to the veterans. Thank you for your service. Shout yourself out if you're a veteran, if you serve the country, because I admire you immensely for that. I like the veterans because the veterans understand that to win a battle or to win a war, you're going to take some losses. They understand that it's like a championship football coach. He knows that winning the championship means you're going to have some injuries, you're going to have some losses, you're going to have some mistakes, you're going to have some setbacks, but you never let anything cause you to walk away from the core mission of what you are trying to do. And the reason I admire soldiers the most is because, you know, most people can't sit here and talk about what it might feel like to watch your best friend die right next to you and then stay focused enough to continue the mission. Right? That's why I'll never disrespect a soldier. My daddy went to Vietnam, and I just think that that's remarkable that we have people on this earth that are capable of doing that. And I just think that is something you can learn from. Elon Musk did not make this money by being a wimp. You're not going to become rich by being a wimp. You have to be able to maintain your mission and simply pivot and adjust to surrounding circumstances. If you notice in America, there are kind of two categories now. It's very sad to watch. It's very sad, but it's true. It's two categories. There's people that are frozen in fear, and there are the people that are still making moves, that are being cautiously optimistic, taking calculated risks. Not stupid risk, calculated risk. Calculated risk means you're aware of the issue, but you keep moving forward. You continue the mission. If the people who are doing that are the people that are doing better. The people who've been investing consistently during the pandemic are richer now than they were at the beginning of the year. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are the most extreme examples. Each of them made about $300 million a day during the pandemic. and sure, you can say it's because America's unfair. Yeah, America's very unfair. You can say America's rigged. Yeah, America's very rigged. But you can also say that that these guys also are technologists who are very smart, which leads me to my next point. Another reason that Elon Musk is the richest man on the planet is because he understands technology. Technology is driving the world's economy right now, more so than before the pandemic. Technology is the thing. Technology is it. Those who understand technology have a huge advantage over others because they have the ability to do is to scale their business by simply hitting keys on a computer. People who understand technology and automation and things like that, they can take that $1 million business and turn it into a $100 million entity by simply setting the right algorithms or the right sales process or the right whatever it is that you have to do. So that ability to automate is a huge advantage that people have. Now, where does this relate to Black people? Well, I can tell you a personal example. I got a 17-year-old in the other room who wants to become an engineer. We're looking at all these different colleges and the engineering programs, and he's not my biological son. His father is a man who I admire immensely. We work together to raise him in an appropriate way. Well, his dad's an engineer, so I'm not going to disrespect the fact that you want to be an engineer. But where I step in is I say, and me and his dad agree on this is, okay, when you're studying engineering, make sure you also learn some entrepreneurship. Learn how to be an entrepreneur too, so that just in case you don't want to work for somebody else for the rest of your life, you can then take your engineering skill, your understanding of technology and automation, and you can build a business and scale that business because you understand technology at a fundamental level. My number one business partner in the world is my brother. My brother is an engineer. My brother is the person that I can have technical conversations with about how we can scale and use technology to strengthen whatever it is we're trying to do. So the problem for Black folks, and this goes to my third point on this this whole Elon Musk conversation, because again, this ain't about Elon, this is about you. One of the things that I've noticed is that you are very hardworking people. Black people work harder than anybody else. And why do we work so hard? Well, because we're the only people in this country who were actually slaves in this country. They don't want to pay reparations to us because nobody respects a slave. But that's our history, and that's why we work so hard. We bust our butts. We love to brag about what company we work for. We love to brag about how we saved the Democratic Party, how we saved America. We love to brag about how hard we worked, even if we're not getting the benefits, right? We love to talk about how hard we work, even when somebody who hates us is getting all the economic benefits. We love to brag about the power of the black dollar, the black spender. You read magazines, they talk about the power of the black consumer. Well, you're bragging about how hard you're working to build up other people's businesses by buying their products. So what I'm encouraging you to consider is to reshape that narrative just a little bit, right? Instead of talking about how proud you are to work so hard to build something for other people, I want to hear you talk about how proud you are that you work so hard to build something for yourself. Rather than talking about how hard you work and how proud you are that you saved white people, I would like for you to brag about how hard you work and how proud you are that you saved black people. Right? Instead of giving them the benefits, I want you to have the benefits. And what that means is that you need an entire commitment across community-wide to having millions and millions of people in your community that are starting businesses. Because Elon Musk never would have been worth even $1 billion if he had spent his whole life as an employee. I see a lot of our young people who are smarter than Elon Musk, who are brilliant at technology, just like Elon Musk, who are great at engineering, just like Elon Musk. And before they even get a chance to have a big dream, we force them to settle for the small dream. We tell them to fold their hand before they even get to play their cards. We tell them to go ahead and forfeit and take the tie before we even give them a chance to go for the win. So there are millions of our kids out here that are going to go to college as engineers, and they're planning to go and get a job working for a company, and they consider that to be the pinnacle of success. That is not the pinnacle of success. Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, y'all don't know this, when Jeff Bezos started crappy little Amazon, where he literally had to go sit in, he would sit in these little conferences for librarians. They would at the local Amazon bookstore, and it wasn't Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon wasn't around. Barnes and Noble, the local Barnes and Noble would have a free seminar on how to run a bookstore. I kid you not. Jeff Bezos would sit there next to the little nerdy librarians and take notes on how to build a bookstore. And then what he did was he said, oh, with my knowledge of technology, I can scale that. He left a high-paying job to go and start Amazon, this crappy little company, right? And now Jeff Bezos makes hundreds of millions of dollars a day. How many of your children are being trained to take that next step? How many of your children are trained to go for the slam dunk instead of shooting the half-court shot, or instead of giving the ball away? How many of your children are trained to run it all the way to the end zone instead of kicking a field goal? Most of our children will get that high-paying job and would never think about leaving that job. Ain't nothing better than getting respect and security from massa. And then when they decide to leave the job, they got a million Negro naysayers right in their own family, people who claim to love them, who will say, baby, don't give up that good job. They got good benefits. How you going to pay your life insurance? You ain't going to have no health insurance. If you start, anybody got relatives like that? Has anybody ever heard these conversations I'm talking about? Or am I the only one who has a family that's full of slaves? Right? We all are. I'm not talking about my relatives. I'm talking about just generally. Like, does anybody else remember those conversations where you're trying to go start a business and literally somebody's telling you need to delay every dream you have and kill off every part of your potential because your raggedy ass job is paying for your damn health insurance? Do y'all even know that you can get health insurance for just $200 or $300 a month? Like, does anybody know that you can actually buy your own health insurance? Why in the hell are you going to be a damn dream killer because you worried about paying for health insurance? Are you serious right now? Are you kidding me right now? Right? But that's what we hear. We hear these things. That's that scared slave talk. So I'm just telling you that there's a formula to this. Again, I'm not a regular guy. I have a PhD in this stuff. I study wealth. When someone has a lot of money, I backtrack and read their bio and figure out why they have money and other people don't. And I can tell you, Elon Musk made moves. You could get mad. You can say, well, it's because he's white. They're white supremacy. That's an excuse. Stop that. Stop that. Because most white guys don't have $185 billion. I know this may surprise you, but most white guys don't have that kind of money. Now, is there white privilege in our society? Absolutely. So maybe instead of 185 billion, maybe you go for 185 million, or maybe you go for 185,000. But at the end of the day, stop that. Stop letting people give you a crutch before you ever learn how to walk. They put you in a wheelchair before you ever learn how to use your legs, man. Seriously. Go for yours, whatever it is you want. I'm not telling you what you should want. I'm not qualified to tell you what you should want. All I'm here to tell you is that whatever it is that you want, it's yours. It belongs to you, but you got to change your thinking. You're going to have to overcome two things, two major haters that exist in your life. One is the Negro naysayers all around you who claim to love you, but are killing your potential at every available opportunity. You're going to have to shut those people down, shut them up, walk away, whatever you got to do. The number two is you. The biggest hater in your life is probably you. That means the hater is from your fear, is from your anxieties about what's going to happen next, is from your insecurities, all these other things. That movie Soul, one thing that Disney movie Soul did that was really profound that I thought was beautiful was they really broke down how people's spirits end up dying. And a lot of the reason they die is because they get caught in a rut, or they get caught in the fear, or they get caught in their own lies about who they actually are. They get caught in this sort of self-fulfilled falsehood that exists inside their mind that they can't overcome. And it's all built from all the people your whole life who told you weren't going to be nothing but a raggedy Negro, right? So go be great, man. Seriously, like this stuff should inspire you. Stop. Either be great or sit on the side and hate. So you got a choice. Either be great or play a hate. I'm going to go out here and be great. I ain't hating on nobody because I'm trying to go out here and win. So I want you to go out here and win too. So a couple things before I go. Please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the Black Financial Channel. I think we can help you. We can help you in a lot of ways. Also, if you haven't learned to buy your first share of stock, or if you just want free information from the Black Business School, we have lots and lots and lots of free information. If you go to firstshareofstock.com, you can actually not just watch my free training on how to buy your first share of stock, but you can also get tons and tons and tons of free stuff that I email you. And every time I talk to you, my goal is to make you better. So this is not me just talking to be seen. This is me talking because I believe I can help you improve your life. Now, we may have things that we offer in the Black Business School, but you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. But we hope that you will, because we have a Black business and we employ Black people. But even that's not required. I just want to get a chance to make you better, and I enjoy that. That's really fun for me because I'm a college professor. That's what we like to do. Also, I have a book called It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, and you can have the book for free if you go to allblackeconomics.com. That's allblackeconomics.com. Feel free to do that. And of course, tonight we got the Black Wealth Bootcamp that begins. It's a 6-week masterclass. That's not free, but it's extraordinary, and there's a money back guarantee, but it's built for the whole family. Everybody loves it. So if you'd like to join us for tonight for the first session, all the sessions are recorded, so even if you miss a class, you can still come back and watch them later. You can go to blackwealthbootcamp.com. That's blackwealthbootcamp.com. So take care, guys. Have a good day. Congrats to Elon Musk, but more importantly, congrats to you if you are growing and evolving as a result of these conversations. That's what we have to do. We have to build our military up. You are a soldier in a military. You may not know this, but you and your children are being enlisted in the great Black economic military. We are in the middle of one of the greatest Black economic revolutions in the history of this country. This is something that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will be talking about for the next 300 years. I guarantee it. In fact, there are people in the future, 100 years from now, that are watching this video right now in the future, and they are watching me explain to you 100 years in advance that we are going to be the greatest group of people on this planet when after I see the manifestation of all of these children that are going to grow up and do amazing things because their mama or their daddy was sitting in on a Dr. Boyce conversation many years ago. This is not a celebration of Dr. Boyce. I don't matter. I'm only a piece of something that's much bigger, but I can see it. I see it as clear as day. I know it's going to happen. We are meant to be great, and it's going to happen whether anybody likes it or not. So God bless you. Have a good day. I got to get back to work. I will see you soon. Take care.